say.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Let's go racing, boys. Love it when they're drafting, love it when they slide, love it when the back's straight, the throttle's open wide. Love it when they're making lots and lots of noise. Can't wait to hear the W say.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Let's go racing, boys. NASCAR racing, boys. Let's go racing, boys. NASCAR racing, boys. Oh yeah!
Hello everybody and welcome to the 2011 Mobil One Cup Series All-Star Race here from Pigs Creek Super Speedway. We are just on the heels of what was an exciting Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race, and we're hoping that today will be just as exciting. Also, real excitement here in the booth because today I'm going to be joined by none other than NCG teammate Brandon Gonzalez. He will be helping give the driver's side view of this race, so it's really going to be a lot of fun to have another commentator in the booth with me here today. But right now we are actually going to be giving you the starting lineup, as we have 25 cars that's starting in this field. Remember, they got in by either pole, win, being in the top 5 in points, or transferring in on 2 of the spots available in the Mobil Open back at Daytona. So here is the starting lineup and the cars that will try and win the All-Star race here today. Well, folks, we're about to make NNSCRA history here today. This is going to be the first race that we are ever going to have where we have a guest commentator in the NNSCRA Studios booth with us. I'm pleased to introduce a teammate of mine from the NCG. He is none other than the driver of the number 78 car, which will be running tomorrow in the Snickers Cup Series, Brandon Gonzalez. Brandon, thanks for being here in the booth with me here today.
Hey Seth, thanks for letting me join you in the booth with you. I'm really excited to be here. I have not had the experience of joining either you or Anthony McCrory in the Intello series for a booth, but I will have a booth. I will be in my booth when I have my series going, so yeah.
Now, Brandon, first let me ask you from the perspective of a driver, because you raced here at this racetrack in the Oreo Truck Series All-Star Race. What are you expecting for this race here today compared to what you had in the Truck Series race? What are you looking for, especially here today at Pigs Creek Super Speedway?
Well, Seth, I expect to see a lot of drafting, and because you use less fuel. Sorry, got a little tongue-tied, Seth. Without using as much gas. I'm expecting almost all the passes to take place in the bottom line because you get more grip without sacrificing your speed. And possibly 5 to 6 wide early on in the race, and then we settle down to single and double file.
Now, you and I know that everybody in this 24-car field has a chance of winning this race here today, but so you really can't judge who's going to win the race just by this racetrack and everything. But based on the season and consistency and all that, who would you be picking here today in this field to go to victory lane here in the All-Star race?
For driver pick to win this race, I would have to say Anthony McCrory, because he's been showing a lot of progress here in the NNSCRA as a whole, and especially the Mobil One Cup Series, and it'd be really glad to see him win.
Well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to pick our points leader, Christian Janes. I mean, he doesn't have any wins this year, but obviously we name him Mr. Consistency here in the NNSCRA, and he just seems like he's due for a win. And I couldn't think of a better place for it to come than here at the Pigs Creek Super Speedway in the All-Star race. So I'm picking the guy that's rolling off on the inside of row 2, Christian James in the 66 car.
Alright, Seth, let's get ready, because here they come to the start-finish line. As here they come.
Green flag in the air, the Mobil One Cup Series All-Star race is underway.
Oh, contact with the 99 of Galligan and Steve Marsh. There's 36 cars involved. Huge wreck at the start-finish line.
Anthony McCurry, as you mentioned, is Wyatt Johnston, Steve Marsh involved, Patrick Scroggins, Matt Smith, just a host of race cars, as you mentioned, just wrecking here in turn 1. But we go up here to the front. It's a good 3-wide battle for the lead between Christian James, Cody Poe, Arnold Columbia, and here comes Andrew Gonzalez to make it 4-wide.
Cody Poe, the leader, so far as
Oh, contact in the back.
is out. Another huge wreck happens out of turn 2. Galligan involved. James, Matt Smith in as well. Here we go with a big one.
Matthew Rodriguez.
James goes flipping.
Oh my.
There's a huge wreck involved here on the first lap.
There's Matthew Rodriguez. There's Lisa Shears, Logan Wilson. A lot of race cars caught up in this, as you said, Brandon. There's Logan Wilson, heavy damage. Christian James, who I picked to win this race, he won't. There's James Bald. Wow, Steve Marsh may have gotten a piece of it. I don't know. Matt Smith.
Robert Ben will take the lead here for the caution as he crosses the start-finish line in first. Seth, how about you lead us into the replay?
Okay. Okay, so we know that this happened here on the front stretch, and I believe you said you knew where the initial contact was when it happened.
I saw the initial contact between Sean Galligan and the 20 car of Steve Marsh as the caution was happening.
Right.
And the 11 and the 36, both of which involved in that first crash with Galligan and Marsh, they're the only repeat winners here in the All-Star race.
Right.
In fact, they're the only repeat winners in the entire Mobil One Cup Series race.
Yeah, good point, Brandon. You're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, Johnston's wins came at Phoenix and Texas, and McCurry's came at Infineon and Dover. You're right. They're the only ones who have won a race more than once this season here in the Mobil One Cup Series. But now let's see what happened over in turn 3 here. Alright, so now we're looking at what the second wreck was that occurred in turn 3. Here you see they're 4 wide here, 4 abreast. Contact made by the 09 and the 99. And they come down the racetrack. Galligan comes up the racetrack, gets Lisa Shears, Logan Wilson, Kenny McCurry, Nick Eggleston, and turns Christian James in the 66. Now let's see how the car gets turned over here. May have just been that he hit the wall there. Yeah, he gets airborne. And someone goes under him.
Christian James riding the safer barrier reminds me of Charlotte at the Intello Series when the 21 was going, but except of going forwards like the 21, he's riding it backwards. Do you think we could ride on board with him?
You know, Brandon, unfortunately, I'm getting a report that we don't have a camera angle to have an onboard with Christian James, but that's a shame because that would have been a really interesting ride to watch from an onboard camera. And another incident occurred that we didn't even see. Occurred near the back before we even crossed the start-finish line. It involved Timmy Pacioli and Arnold Columbia, who started at the back of the pack, and they took some pretty hard hits into the inside retaining wall down near the pit wall. And I believe they have retired from the race as well. A lot of other drivers joined them back there as well, and we'll see if we can cover all those drivers that are out of the race. We'll see if we can anyway. So, let's give you the way that they're running right now. Adam Chambers is currently the leader after all the pit stops and everything. Martin Zakala is second, Noah Carr is third. Adam Rose is fourth, and the top 5 is Matt Berg. Then it's Anthony McCurry, Wyatt Johnston, Cody Poe, John Worry, and Arnold Columbia, the top 10. Andrew Gonzalez is in 11th, 12th is Doug Shears, 13th is Sean Galligan, 14th is Patrick Scroggins. In 15th right now is Robert Ban, he's on pit road. In 16th right now, also on pit road, is Kenny McCurry. And those are the only cars that are still on the racetrack. Everyone else is retired from the race.
Alright, Seth, we're getting ready for the restart. Get ready to pull your pelts real tight because I bet this restart will most likely be a wild one, just like the start of this race.
I couldn't agree with you more, Brandon, as it looks like it's going to be Chambers, Zakala, Noah Cars, Adam Rose, and Matt Berg to bring us down. Green flag back in the air, and we are back underway here in the Mobil One Cup Series All-Star Race. Zakala hanging tough there down low. He may try and put a move here in turn one as they are 5 wide behind them still. Zakala now gets a peek to the inside, and it looks like he's going to take over the top spot. Oh, and trouble in the back. Adam Rose spins around. I believe the 17 of Andrew Gonzalez also got a piece of it. There's Rose. Remember, he restarted in the 4th position. Andrew Gonzalez, I'm pretty certain, also got a piece of that as well, but I'm not certain. I think he did, though, as it looks like they're going to race it back down to the line. Here comes Chambers to the inside. Matt Berg back there. He was down on the apron. Great save by Matt Berg. That could have been inside safer barrier for him, but he saved it, kept it on the racetrack. Chambers now going back to the point. Anthony McCurry now down the inside of Martin Zakala. That is for the 3rd position. Chambers, looks like Noah Cars will slide in there in 2nd. Now the question remains who's going to finish or cross the line in 3rd. Zakala, Columbia, McCurry, or Worry.
Chambers will restart us in 1st as we're under the caution for the 2nd time. Seth, can we go to a replay?
We certainly can, Brandon. Let's see why we're under the caution flag for the 2nd time today in the Mobil One Cup Series All-Star Race. Okay, let's take a look now. I want to say this started with the 83, and the 44 is the guy that's right behind him. I think maybe he turns the 83.
You're exactly right, Seth. The 44 gets into the back of the 83 of Adam Rose, causing him to spin, collecting Gonzalez, and somehow the 17 gets his car back under control and goes off with the rest of the pack, but way off pace.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed. That was a great save by the 17 of Andrew Gonzalez. He actually would have ended up going up into the outside safer barrier had he not been able to turn that car back to the left.
As let's see what happened to Robert Bann back while he was in the pits for such a long time.
It's a good idea, Brandon. Why don't you take this one, see what happened to the Blue Deuce.
Okay, so the first 2 cars go into the pits. Robert Bann goes for I believe a 2-tire stop, and right as he's exiting, Doug Shears and Sean Galligan are entering their pits. And Bann just has to stay and fix some repairs.
Well, you know, Brandon, the big thing is that this is going to cause some cosmetic damage, which is not going to have the car run well in the draft out here at this restrictor plate track. So that's what his big problem is. That's what they've got to get repaired on his Miller Lite Dodge. Today's 2011 Mobil One Cup Series All-Star Race from Pigs Creek Super Speedway is brought to you in part by the following. Amp Energy Drink. Amp yourself. And by the NASCAR Natello's International Cup Series. And we will prepare for the green flag now as the lights are out atop the pace car. Seth Cole here, along with Brandon Gonzalez here, ready to bring you the finish of the Mobil One Cup Series All-Star Race. Let's show you the drivers that are still able to try and win this event, that are still running on the racetrack. Adam Chambers, he is still in the lead. In 2nd position right now is Noah Cars. Martin Zakala is in 3rd. Arnold Columbia in 4th. And Anthony McCurry runs in 5th. Patrick Scroggins, he's 6th. Doug Shears is 7th. Matt Berg is in 8th. Wyatt Johnson, his teammate, 9th. And Sean Galligan is 10th. 11th, Adam Rose. 12th is Robert Bann is 15th. He's a few laps down. Cody Poe is 12th. 13th is John Worry. 14th right now is Andrew Gonzalez. And 16th on the racetrack, actually he's on pit road, is Kenny McCurry. Brandon, right now as it stands, who are you liking to possibly win this race?
Well, Seth, if I had to choose one that was doing great on the track, I would have to say Sean Galligan, because after all the damage he has, he is still on the track, and he is like going 100%.
Well, I'm not sure if statistics mean anything, but Matthew Rodriguez won the Truck Series All-Star race yesterday, and he ended up winning the Truck Open race. Well, Patrick Scroggins is rolling off. I believe he's 6th right now on the racetrack. He won the Mobil One Cup Series Open, so I think maybe Patrick Scroggins could be the dark horse in this field. He may be able to slide that number 7 car to victory lane here today.
Now, this restart, I hope we get some green laps in.
Yeah, so do I. We haven't really been able to have any green flag laps to know what these guys actually are capable of here today. It's pretty much just been the same players up at the front. Chambers, Cars, Zakala, McCrory, and hopefully we'll see some new players up here now trying to win this race. Green flag back in the air for the restart. I'm pretty certain if we ended up having another caution, the race would end under the caution flag. So these guys, I hope they're going to mind their manners. As here comes Noah Cars down to the inside. He's looking for the lead. Battle between Dodges. Noah Cars has that inside line. Adam Chambers, he is in that second position right now, but he's going to try and battle back on the high side. Drafting help down low comes courtesy of Zakala. Drafting help up high coming from Anthony McCrory. And Cody Poe starting to make his way into this mix. 10 car coming up here. As they go 3 wide for the lead, Chambers up high, Zakala in the middle, Cody Poe down low, and now he takes a peek to the inside of the 49 Dodge for the lead here, Cody Poe. His pole came at a restrictor plate track, and he's trying to take the lead here.
And Cars for the lead. Poe going down low, and Poe, I believe, will have a gas-only stop as he goes into the caution. Rodriguez, I think, might have an advantage because he won the Trucks All-Star race and is familiar with this track, unlike some of the drivers here that have no experience on this track at all.
Well, actually, I believe Matthew Rodriguez is out of this race. I think he was caught up in the wreck on lap 1, and you are absolutely right. It is a fuel-only stop for Cody Poe. Several others making pit stops here. We saw this fuel strategy in the Truck Series race. John Worry has also made a pit stop. Also, looks like Robert Band, his teammate. Andrew Gonzalez in the 17. Another Ford and Doug Shears, and yet another Ford and Sean Galligan. And Kenny McCrory still is on pit road. Anyway, he's been on pit road for quite a long time.
The 48 going for the lead. Can't get a move on Cars. Zakala still trying to make a move.
And it looks like he's going to be able to make that move down to the inside. But does he have the drafting help to be able to get that inside line moving? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. I think he'll have to slide in behind Noah Cars again. But here comes Chambers, the outside line, picking up some grip and some speed as Chambers now goes to the high side. He has Anthony McCrory there drafting him. And Noah Cars still continues to lead as it's a battle for second. Chambers, McCrory, Zakala, and now Patrick Scroggins getting involved in this in the 7 car. You were talking about Sean Galligan. He's kind of slipped to the back. Maybe his damaged race car is not quite yet up to speed. However, if a wreck occurs here, he can certainly come away with a nice finish if he's able to avoid all the race cars if they do wreck. But the question is, will they wreck? And we don't even know if that's going to be even happening, so... And we hope not, because we'd like to have green flag run all the way to the end of this race. Noah Cars still in the lead. Zakala still pressuring him for that first position. Noah Cars and Martin Zakala have both been to victory lane. Noah Cars did it in Darlington. Martin Zakala took the win at Las Vegas. And then Patrick Scroggins also is going to victory lane. He's there in 3rd. He ended up winning the Mobil Open, as we mentioned, which got him into this race. It was actually one of the 2 final spots to be able to get into this All-Star race. And he's up in that 3rd position. And here comes Arnold Columbia in the 44 car. He's in the 5th position right now in the UPS Toyota. A good run right now for Columbia. Remember, we told you that he was caught up in an incident with Timmy Pacioli on the first lap. And apparently the damage was pretty minimal on his car. He was able to make repairs, and he's out here having a nice top 5 run in the 44. But still, it is Noah Cars leading Martin Zakala. The problem for Martin Zakala, I think, is that he just cannot get to the inside and have a drafting partner, because all these guys are battling back here for the 3rd position, racing double wide. So nobody's able to get up, help the 48 to get past the 49 Dodge. I'll tell you what, the win that Noah Cars pulled off at Darlington had a lot of people shocked because that was a single-car race team. Would he be able to do the same thing here today? Now drafting help starts to come to the rescue of Martin Zakala in the form of Adam Chambers. Let's see if Zakala can use it to his advantage. Chambers, on the other hand, thinking about second, as his car seems to be working really well on that high side. I'm really surprised we don't see cars work well on the high lines at most racetrack. Normally they get passed down low, and you were mentioning at the top of the program, the place to pass is down low. But he was trying to make the pass up high and now has to slide back in line Front three, nose to tail, Cars, Zakala, and Adam Chambers. And here's a slow race car of Sean Galligan as they all get held up behind him. Let's see if they can make it past him. He's off the pace in the 99 car.
Trouble! Scroggins in the wall! The 36 of Anthony McCurry involved!
The caution is waving, which means that this is technically the final lap. It's going to be Noah Cars, Arnold Columbia, Matt Berg, Adam Chambers, and Martin Zakala to decide it all. We're not even going to bother to look back and see Anthony McCurry and Patrick Scroggins. We know they were involved. We know they've spun out. They're not going to win this race. Look at Adam Chambers shooting the gap up the middle between Matt Berg and Arnold Columbia. His Dodge is on a tear off of turn 2. He's heading into turn 3. He's going to be in second. Could he be the winner of this race? Noah Cars still out in front by about a car length, but closing that gap quickly is Adam Chambers in the number 9. Chambers trying to hook up the draft of the 49 car. 2 Dodges will decide it here at Pigs Creek Super Speedway for the Mobil 1 Cup Series All-Star Race. Off turn 4, here comes Chambers to the inside. Chambers has got to run. It's going to be these two at the line. Brandon, let's send it to you at the line.
Cars still in the lead. Chambers on the inside. Cars on the outside. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a photo finish. Who will it be? Noah Cars for the win!
How about that? Noah Cars pulls off another shocker, this time in the All-Star race in the Mobil 1 Cup Series.
As officially, it's not going to count, but unofficially, it is going to be the last racing lap, because we will finish this race under caution, but Noah Cars wins it.
And in rather dominant fashion, I might add, Brandon.
Whoa, what's going on there?
Oh, Noah Cars in the wall.
What is Matt Berg doing, Seth?
I'm not sure. That was odd.
Looks like some sparks flying between Matt Berg and Noah Cars.
I'm not
I
sure
don't know
why.
what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Let's go to a replay, Seth.
Okay.
Now McCrory taps Scroggins. Scroggins goes into the wall and then comes down and then hits the 36. The 36 and Matt Scroggins, they both go up the racetrack and hit the wall and then go into a slide. But Noah Cars, our winner at Darlington, wins the All-Star race here. I guess taming the lady in black is an advantage. I don't know. But I think that was a close race. What do you think?
Oh, I totally agree with you, Brandon. I mean, we've been spoiled so far in the All-Star race weekend. We've had a close win in a close race in the Truck Series, and now a close race here in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. I can't wait until we get to the Snickers Cup Series race, and you're going to be in that. So we'll take and we'll say sayonara for now. We'll have the Snickers Cup Series race coming up next, and the finishing order will be coming up after all of this. And Brandon, I want to thank you for being here in the booth with me. I really enjoyed having you commentating this race with me.
Thanks for having me over, Seth. Hope to see you soon. Oh, before I go, to all NCG MRS members, my series is still in the makes. Seth, if you would be so kind, could you please give some more details as time goes on? I will give you some details if you need them.
Sure, that'd be no problem. And once again, looking forward to seeing you in the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race, and look forward to having all of you tune in. So, I'm Seth Cole.
And I'm Brandon Gonzalez. Hope to see you here for the Snickers race, as this has been a production of the NNSCRA, part of the NCG MRS.